Yes, chromatography, a common technique generally we come across in organic chemistry. Chrome stands for the color, graphy stands for the analysis or the study. That is color basis study of the organic molecules. To separate them, to identify them, to purify them is said to be the chromatography. Yes, chromatography, first time it is applied for the colored biological mixture to separate them. On behalf of the separation of the components uh, based on their colors, which is the Greek meaning, it is named it as chromatography. Hence, as being it is color based analysis and the separation known as chromatography. Thus, for the mixture of organic compounds, the purification, isolation, and the separation generally executed by their color into reference, by taking their color into reference. Such a systematic way of separation, purification, and the isolation of organic compounds on behalf of their different colors, by taking their different colors into account, is said to be chromatography. On behalf of the principles present in the chromatography, the major varieties of chromatography under basic study are of two types. One is known as adsorption chromatography and second one is known as partition chromatography. Here adsorption and desorptions are the logics, and here miscibility, immiscibility, that is nothing but partition is the logic to separate the components present in the mixture. Thus, on behalf of the basic logic present behind the separation, present behind the color analysis is adsorption, hence it is adsorption chromatography, and second one is partition, that is partition chromatography. And the best examples for the adsorption chromatography are, once again it is divided into two varieties. One is thin layer chromatography, that is said to be TLC, thin layered chromatography, and second one is column chromatography, that is column chromatography, whereas this is used for the qualitative analysis, how many are there, and this is used for the quantitative analysis, exact application, and to know the how much amount of compound of first component is there, second component is there. Thus, this is for the quantitative, and first one is just for the qualitative purpose. And paper chromatography, and here the example for the partition chromatography is paper chromatography, and it is a special technique. Here instead of adsorption, here partition is taken as logic, partition is taken as the criteria to separate the components present in the mixture. Thus, on behalf of the basic things like adsorption as the reference to separate the components based on their color, that is adsorption chromatography. For qualitative purpose, TLC chromatography, that is thin layer chromatography, and for the quantitative purpose we will do the same execution in the reverse manner, that is said to be column chromatography. And on behalf of partition followed by the colors, we will expect the separation of the components present in the mixture, that is said to be partition chromatography. And the example related to the partition chromatography is paper chromatography. Yes, the basic importance and the logic related to the TLC chromatography. Before going to the TLC chromatography, let us expect that here a chemical reaction was performed. R1 is a reactant, R2 is a reagent. As a result of this reaction, it is converted to products like P1, P2, P3 are formed. Now the task is how many number of products are present in the reaction mixture, that I want to know. That is my task. Qualitatively, I want to know the number of product components or number of components present in the mixture, that I want to know. For that we will do the TLC, that is thin layer chromatography. Thus, the qualitative analysis related to the number of components present in a mixture is resulted from the thin layer chromatographic help. Yes, the operational setup as well as the technical terms present in the thin layer chromatography. Yes, this is a glass plate which is generally used for the testing of the blood group of the samples. Such kind of glass plate is present, whereas on that glass plate here the silica gel is coated in the form of a simple homogeneous layer, and that is used for the analysis of chromatography, hence it is said to be what? Thin layer. Silica gel is layerly, as a thin layerly pasted over the glass plate, and that is used for the analysis of mixtures of organic compound to know how many components are there. Hence it is said to be what? Thin layered chromatography, and this is the glass plate generally everybody knows. And we will take the adsorbent as silica gel, or it is having acidic nature. Powdered silica gel can be taken, otherwise basic nature containing alumina can also be taken. So silica gel as adsorbent, generally silica gel powder is available, this is known as adsorbent. And we require another one apparatus that is said to be TLC chamber, thin layer chromatographic chamber, which is a chamber consisting of flat surface at the bottom and which can be covered with a proper seal, otherwise a cardboard can be kept, and here some solvent can be present, you can pour some solvent, and in this the prepared TLC plate can be kept, and we require that solvent to execute the TLC operations. We need the solvent here. And here there are some technical words like stationary phase, mobile phase. Whichever is not moving, that is said to be what? Stationary phase. Whichever is moving is known as mobile phase. We will go for the preparation of TLC plate and other technical terms present in the thin layer chromatography. Yes, I am taking here a beaker. In that some small amount of silica gel is added, that is a powder one, whereas that is acting as the adsorbent, and on that adsorbent here excess amount of hexane has to be added to make it slurry. Slurry implies a gel like substance formation should take place, that is silica slurry, otherwise slurry we can say. To make it slurry, yes, silica gel and hexane are added and it is mixed thoroughly. As a result it appears in the form of a gel like material is said to be slurry, whereas into this slurry whatever the TLC plate we assumed, that is glass plate, this glass plate is dipped by keeping its one of the top end in such a way that once on dipping this TLC plate it should be immersed in the slurry. As a result the gel like silica is going to be pasted homogeneously over the TLC plate, followed by making this one away from the slurry mixture, and if you evaporate for 2 to 3 minutes, the hexane, a volatile substance, in the atmospheric conditions it will be evaporated. Now on the glass plate what happens is this SiO2, that is silicon dioxide, is going to be pasted just like a thin layer over the glass plate, and that is said to be what? TLC plate. Now here we can say it as TLC plate. In the beginning it is glass plate, this is glass plate. Glass plate, after dipping inside the silica gel and the hexane mixture which is present in the form of a gel, that is known as slurry, the silica gel is pasted in the form of a layer, just like how paint is done over the wall. In the same way, with a thin layer of silica gel is coated over the glass plate, and this plate is now ready for the analysis of chromatography on the basis of color, and it is said to be what? Thin layered chromatography. Yes, silica gel is coated in the form of thin layer, that is thin layer, and it is used for the chromatographic analysis. It is present in the form of plate, hence it is known as thin layer chromatographic plate, and in short form we can say it as TLC plate. So on keeping for 2 to 3 minutes in the open atmosphere, hexane will be evaporated, thus silica gel in the solid form is coated as a layer, thin layer over the glass plate is said to be what? TLC plate. This is TLC plate. On the TLC plate here what we will do is, whatever the mixture that we want to analysis, yes, this is the compound I want to analysis, this is the mixture. In that I am expecting that there are many compounds are there. Yes, whatever the compound that we want to analyze, this particular compound is dissolved in some little amount of solvent with the help of capillary tube. A glass tube having narrow hole is said to be what? Capillary tube. By dipping capillary tube, some amount of little amount of compound is spotted. Suppose this is the baseline, here I am keeping a spot. This is said to be what? Spotting of the compound over the TLC plate. Here, after leaving some distance of suppose some 0.5 centimeters, at the above 0.5 centimeters at the mid of the TLC plate, I kept a pencil mark there. By dipping this capillary tube in the reaction mixture consisting of many components, a small amount of organic mixture is loaded or spotted on this pencil mark. Thus, this particular process is said to be loading of sample or spotting of sample. Why we are saying it as spotting? Because a little amount of compound is kept over the TLC plate. Now this TLC plate is ready for the analysis. Now this plate is said to be what? Loaded plate, otherwise the spotted plate. Yes, here the organic compound having mixture is spotted at the bottom of the TLC plate by leaving a certain distance, approximately some 0.5 centimeters. Now this TLC plate is ready for the analysis, and we can execute this particular TLC plate in the TLC chamber by keeping this TLC plate in the TLC chamber. Whereas TLC chamber is this is a glass like substance which is a transparent system which can be covered with the cardboard, otherwise it is having a proper seal which is having proper base, uniform base is there, and here we can keep the solvent. Whereas it is a round one, spherical one. So on this TLC chamber, what we will do is we will keep our TLC plate which is spotted with the material. Yes, this is a TLC plate. Here spotting is there. This TLC plate is kept in the TLC chamber. TLC chamber is loaded with the proper solvent. Now solvent want to go to the top of the TLC plate, and that action is said to be what? Capillary action. Yes, due to capillary action, substances moves from the lower bottom to height. That an action is said to be capillary action. Here a proper solvent is taken, and here TLC plate is present, and TLC plate is generally kept in straight, not in the inclined direction. And here for you to show, here I am writing like this. Whereas this solvent want to move to the top, so therefore solvent is moving. Here what happened is, along with the solvent, whatever the organic spot was kept, wherever the mixture is there, mixture consisting of components also want to move as per their ability along with the solvent on the TLC plate from bottom to the top. So therefore after some time, if you look at what happens is, solvent, let us expect that solvent is reached up to this and height. I made this TLC plate out of this TLC chamber for the analysis. I marked the solvent line which appears as very wet, and that particular line, that is said to be what? Solvent front. You can say it as solvent front. Whereas this is the total distance traveled by the solvent. While moving that solvent, along with the solvent, this organic spot having different components will also move, but whereas it is not having single component, different components are there. One component will move to the maximum distance based on their ability. Some components will move to the minimum distance based on its own individual abilities. Thus, how many components are there? Those are all generally identified. Whereas on the TLC, the silica jelly is present as it is not at all moving. Hence, that one is said to be what? Stationary phase. Whereas the solvent taken in the TLC chamber, due to its capillary action, it is moving towards the top, and that is said to be what? Mobile phase. Here two things are there. One is stationary phase. Stationary phase is that one in the TLC analysis. The phase which is not at all moving, which is present, static, is said to be stationary phase. And second one, which is moving from one position to other position, is said to be what? Mobile phase. Here TLC plate is coated with the silica gel. Silica gel is stick to the TLC plate, so therefore it is not at all moving. Such kind of phase is said to be what? Stationary phase. Whereas the solvent taken in the TLC chamber, due to its capillary action, it is moving from one location to other location, especially from bottom to top. That action is said to be capillary action. As being it is moving, then it is known as what? Mobile phase. Yes, a stationary phase and a mobile phase, both are present. Whereas the mixture, organic compound mixture, whichever is taken, that mixture containing components are distributed on the stationary phase with the help of mobile phase. So therefore here I am expecting that component A is there, component B is there, component C is there. After taking the TLC plate outside, I came to know that, suppose this is the TLC plate. After removing from the TLC chamber, this is the base line. Let us leave here. I made this part, and this is the front line, that is said to be what? Yeah, solvent front. And here in the beginning I kept this part. Whereas after analysis, I came to know that here one spot appeared, here one spot appeared, here one spot appeared. Let us consider this is P1 component. Let us consider this is P2 component. This is P3 component. Thus here what happened, how many components are there in the mixture, that I came to know. P1 is having its own color, P2 is having some different color, P3 is having some different color. In the beginning that appears to be 1, whereas while moving what happened here, P3 is having ability to move to a lot of distance, whereas P2 is having relatively less ability, so therefore it can't move to the maximum distance. Thus every particular component is having its own color, otherwise we will make that compound, every compound to show a particular color by making that one to react with the charring solvents. That is a different issue that I came to know that after analysis. Yes, here one spot is appeared, here one spot is appeared, here one spot is appeared. Thus this is one independent compound, this is different compound, this is some other compound. Thus how many number of components are present in the mixture, that I came to know. This is said to be what, qualitative analysis. Thus this way of execution and knowing the number of components present in the mixture is known as what, TLC, thin layer chromatography, and the thin layer chromatographic analysis. Thus qualitative analysis of organic mixture on the basis of adsorption, desorption, distribution between the mobile phase as well as the stationary phase is known as thin layer chromatography. And here once again we just have a look related to the adsorption, desorption as well as the distribution. What is what and where it is going to be happening and why this distribution came. See, silica gel is present in the form of powder form, that is known as what, mesh. Whereas this silica gel is having ability to attract the organic molecules and the other molecules by the natural forces of attraction, that is known as what, van der Waals forces of attraction. Thus the organic components, the mixture of organic components can be present over the silica gel due to weak van der Waals force of attraction on its surface. That process is said to be what, adsorption process. This is adsorption which was happened when spotting was occurred. Whereas here the spotted TLC plate is kept in the TLC chamber with the proper solvent. Here the capillary action, due to capillary action, solvent is moving from bottom to top. While it is moving from top to bottom, here what happens is, yes, organic compounds are generally dissolved in the organic solvents. We took a proper solvent. In that proper solvent, this mixture of P1, P2, P3 can be dissolved. Thus while it is moving from bottom to top, along with it, yes, desorption takes place. Yes, whatever the interactions are occurring with the silica gel followed by P1, P2 and the P3, let us expect. Yes, these connectivities, weak van der Waals attractions are occurred. That's what they are connected to the silica gel. Now while solvent is moving, some of the interactions are broken. Yes, P1 is broken, P2 is broken, P3 is broken in such a way that yes, P3 interactions are mostly broken and P3 moves along with the solvent to the top. This particular process of making disturbance of the forces of attractions present over the surface of molecules is said to be what? Desorption. Yes, here desorption occurred. Adsorption occurred over the silica gel with the help of solvent due to their solubility and the good interactions of the organic molecules with the solvent. With the silica gel, the interactions are broken. That a process is known as what? Desorption. Desorption and adsorption both are going to be playing a role. Yes, here in this case major adsorption is there, minor desorption. In this case major desorption is there, minor adsorption is there. Yes, medium adsorption and the medium desorptions are there. Like that, yes, everything is going to be present from minimum to maximum value. Thereby they are distributed in between them, because at some compounds under the same system of conditions, adsorption dominates. For some component, desorption dominates. Yes, desorption dominated a lot. That's what it is moved along with the solvent to the maximum distance. Here, desorption and adsorption both are present. As a result, here what happened is that is not moved to the maximum distance and not moved to the minimum. Whereas in the last case, here relatively here adsorption is also present. Relative high adsorption is present. As a result, it doesn't move along with the solvent to the maximum distance. Thus, on behalf of their ability of adsorption and the desorption with the stationary phase, those are distributed. Due to their distribution, we came to know those of all are different. Thus, qualitatively, From the mixture with the help of TLC, now we came to know that how many number of compounds are present in the mixture. This is known as thin layer chromatographic technique. Yes, there is a technical word, that is retardation factor. Then what is meant by retardation factor and what is its use and how to calculate the retardation factor and what is the meaning of retardation factor? Yes, retardation factor, it is a ratio present between the distances travelled by the individual components to the total distance travelled by the solvent. The highest distance is travelled by whom? Solvent. Yes, here I am taking the baseline as the reference, but is not the bottom part of the TLC plate where the spotting was occurred, because here when it is kept in the TLC chamber, if it is completely dissolved in the solvent present in the TLC chamber, then what happens is it is completely dissolved there, it is distributed over there, it can't move to the top. That's what I will do is, by leaving some distance of some 0.5 centimeters from the bottom, here at the mid of the TLC plate, I kept a spot related to the organic compound, that is known as loading. Whereas from that line, which is known as baseline, and this is said to be what? Solvent front. If I take that total distance into consideration, from baseline to the highest distance travelled by the solvent, that is solvent front, that is the maximum distance. Whereas from baseline to where the spot is occurred, this is spot P2 is occurred at 2 centimeters from here to here, and P1 is occurred at 3 centimeters, and the P3 is occurred at the 4 centimeters, and the distance from the baseline to solvent front is 6 centimeters. Now from this relative information in a particular solvent, refractive, that is retardation factor, is to be calculated. Retardation factor will gives the information. More retardation factor, the meaning is what here? The more retardation factor, the meaning is highest distance travelled by the component. That is highest desorption ability is present. Easily moves in the solvent, along with the solvent it can move. The more retardation factor stands for more desorption ability and more collaborated with the solvent, and it moves to the maximum distance. Suppose in case of P1, retardation factor of first component, here in the case of P1, if I calculate, that will becomes equal to distance travelled by the P1 is what? 3 centimeters. That is 3 centimeters divided by total distance travelled by the solvent, that will becomes equal to 6 centimeters. That will be 0.5. Similarly, if I calculate retardation factor for P2, retardation factor for P3, P2 is what? 2 centimeters by 6 centimeters. That is 1 by 3. 1 by 3 stands for what? 0.33. Whereas retardation factor for P3 will becomes equal to 4 centimeters by 6 centimeters. That is 2 by 3. 2 by 3 implies what here? 0.666. Yes. The more retardation factor, more desorption ability. More desorption ability implies what? It is easily dissolved from the stationary phase and it moves to the maximum distance. It is mostly present along with the solvent, that is nearer to the solvent front. Whereas least retardation factor, the meaning is highest desorption is there, relative least desorption is there, relative adsorption is maximum. It doesn't move along with the solvent as of others. It is present at the down part of the TLC plate. Thus here adsorption is maximum, and here relatively desorption is maximum. Yes, relatively maximum I am writing, that is relative adsorption. Relative adsorption is maximum for this compound, and here it is highest value, so therefore relative desorption P3, relative desorption is maximum. Desorption is maximum implies easily the attractions are broken between the standard phase, that is stationary phase, silica gel as well as the component. So therefore here relative desorption is relative adsorption is maximum. Yes, relative adsorption is maximum for P2. So therefore relatively the forces of attractions are maximum, it can't move to the maximum distance. Whereas P3, relative desorption is maximum, easily those attractions are broken, it doesn't make relative strength interactions with the silica gel, thus it is more soluble in the organic solvent and it can move along with the solvent to the maximum distance. That is relative desorption is maximum stands for higher retardation factor, and this is lower retardation factor. In this way, on behalf of adsorption ability, desorption ability, followed by changes in their relative adsorptions and the desorptions, they are distributed at different places and they are appearing in the form of different colors. Thereby we can identify the components present in the reaction mixture with the help of the thin layered silica gel coating over the glass plate is said to be thin layer chromatography.